we've got this post over on Twitter from Jez Corden. He says Xbox may be working on disc to digital program for gamers in the ecosystem. Russ and Carrie did a backflip just now, in case you guys were listening to the podcast instead of watching, enabling digital entitlements like Xbox Cloud Gaming and Xbox Play Anywhere, given that now even PlayStation is 85% digital, which is a crazy number. The likelihood that the next gen goes all digital is pretty high. So the question that I have for you guys, do you think that this indicates that Microsoft is less likely? I'm not saying that this is definitive, but less likely to have a disc slot in Project Helix. Like if they're doing this, I think it's because they're not going to have a disc slot, and that's their only option. What do you guys think? Russ?
I feel like they're exploring options. That's kind of what Jez is getting into. And in that sense, they're probably exploring taking away the disk drive too. You know, I don't know if it's a thing that, you know, there's probably enough old blood in Microsoft and the Xbox studios to remember the Xbox One days and the backlash they got for all that stuff, where they tried to basically go this route, and they had some pretty good ideas, you know, in terms of like the physical to digital and all that. And I don't know, maybe they've still got some PTSD from that, but I don't know. I mean, I think that if there is some sort of program, like I'm all for it, obviously, but I don't know how relevant it's going to be for everyone else besides me and Carrie.
Yeah, we're the only ones that go in. Like I go to GameStop and I go to GameStop and I just go straight to the Xbox thing, and people are just like, "What is this guy doing?" And
They're
I'm
so
like,
cheap.
Yeah,
brushing all the dust off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy this for $3, please.
I have so many 360 games. It's unreal.
So 360, I wonder how they're going to do it, because for me, like Russ had mentioned, this whole thing was for the Xbox One era, where they just got destroyed with their whole messaging campaign, which was just a fantastic train wreck from beginning to end and nonstop. Like TV, and then this whole thing, and then like flip the switch. It was just absolute disaster. The point that I'm trying to bring up here is, for me, there would seem to be, for this positron rumor to like be kind of out and about, there is that for every Xbox One, Xbox Series game, they still have some method of per disc being able to know what disc is actually usable or not, and actually saying, actually, you know, all that stuff that we talked about in 2013, just kidding, it's still there. We can actually totally just, you know, you put this disc in, and if you tie this to your account, this becomes a toaster. This like is just a coaster, right? So I think that there's some semblance of that. And because I've been buying so many for like $3 and $5, it would be great for me, because I'd be like, oh yeah, cool. I'll just rather have this all on digital and then play those on the Xbox side of Xbox Helix for whatever game that I happen to not own on Steam as well, which is probably not the whole bunch.
You know what occurs to me is this idea of you get the games that you have physically, and whatever method it is that makes you suddenly have a digital copy, and now the physical copy is a coaster, as you say, then you're locked in and you can't escape. And that, like, it sounds great to be able to, I can play these digitally. That means I can play them on my Project Helix. I can play them on this. I can do all this stuff. I can do Xbox Cloud Gaming from my phone when I'm on the bus or whatever. And all that sounds awesome until they shut down some server, and now you don't have access to those games because all of the discs that you did have are now coasters. Does that give you any hesitation? What do you guys think about that? Russ, I see you got your hand up. Is that for this, or you had something else?
I just had a quick comment to that to add color to it. So I'm imagining Microsoft sets up pop-up stores, right? So you go to the pop-up store with all your discs, and they're like, oh, thank you very much. They tie it to your account, and then you put it in the shredder right behind them, right? Just like going through. And you got to witness it. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what
they're
I'm
looking
thinking.
in the eyes when they're doing it. Like,
it's like the end of Fargo.
That's it. I just
It's
want
like
to
Cash for Clunkers, but for 360 games.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Does that make does that give you hesitation though, knowing that now you're going to be locked in, or are you like, it's okay, I'm locked in on everything else anyway?
It gives you that basic.
Oh no!
We lost Russ again. I don't
He
know if
finished
we
the point,
lost
though.
him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. Yeah. So I'm gonna quickly continue off where Russ is. Hopefully he can come back. But I'm in agreement with him, and I would say that PlayStation still actually has it better with regard to physical. Insofar as
He lost power.
Oh goodness gracious. Um,
Keep
all right,
going.
we'll see if Russ comes back. In any event, PlayStation does do it better. So the to answer your question, Bill, I would have more hesitation as a PlayStation user with a physical collection to transfer over to a digital version in the PlayStation ecosystem. As to your point, because if something goes down, a lot of PlayStation games actually work just fine without an internet connection. But there's very many Xbox games that don't work without an initial Xbox an internet connection. So you have a bit of a more like if you does the like Does It Play Twitter account, he always was like showing off a bunch of Xbox games that would not work because the game actually wasn't even on the disc. You actually had to download it. So it's one and the same. So even if you have a disc on Xbox, it's not necessarily that the game is on the disc for you to play. So if the servers are down from Microsoft's side, you're already kind of hosed even with the physical disc. So there's less of a reason to care on the Xbox side versus the PlayStation side is what I would get at.
Dude, Sony's just gonna walk into like some stupid ass situation that they could have totally foreseen and then have to solve it. Like every PlayStation network update that they do, like just after watching them update it to allow you to change your name and seeing how they rolled that out, they're just going to be like, oh, well, now we got to figure this out. So yeah, I don't know. But I was watching Moore's Law is Dead, and he said he heard that it'll be like the PS5 and PS5 Pro where there's the detachable disk drive. And I want that not for games. I don't really care. I buy most stuff digitally on all platforms. I want it for Blu-rays because I still watch 4K Blu-rays. Like I'm that guy. I buy 4K Blu-rays. Like I'm stoked right now because Barbarian is finally getting a physical release. So I don't want to have to buy a 4K Blu-ray player because they're so expensive. It's still just like the PS2 days where the PS2 was the cheap DVD player. The PS5 and Xbox are cheap 4K Blu-ray players. Comparatively speaking.
I think you are that guy. And I'm not that guy. I don't have. I have DVDs. I don't think I have a single Blu-ray because I just stream everything, and I don't think I could tell the difference. Like if I watch a Blu-ray and I watch a stream, I don't think I would notice the difference.
If you live closer
I know
to
that
me,
there is a difference.
You'd be coming over right now, so I can show you Mission Impossible Fallout streaming on like Prime
Jimmy, like,
or
look
HBO.
Look at this right here.
You would see it. Like I'm the guy who like plays all my games at 1440p on my 4K TV because the performance is better, and I can't tell the difference. Even using Apple streaming, which pro tip, you can use Movies Anywhere and use that digital code that comes with a 4K Blu-ray, and it'll give you the Apple version. Apple is by far the best streaming. Even that crisp Apple streaming is not comparable to a 4K Blu-ray. It legitimately looks a lot better. And I get annoyed at people who talk about stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But this, I will die on this hill. It looks so much better.
But this is the biggest TV in my house, Jimmy.
What is that?
This
Like
is
55?
the largest TV that I own, a 55-inch TV. That's the biggest TV that I have.
You know,
I'm not going to notice it. It's too small.
They give those away
It's
at
so
Walmart.
much better.
They give those away at Walmart. Bite my ass, Carrie.
Welcome to Walmart. Here's your 55-inch TV.
I too only have small television, so I'm in your gang, Bill.
It's crazy that the movie world and the game world just do not connect. Like I feel like I'm the only person who's like as into movies as I am games sometimes, but you know, like when
I'm also into movies, but I care more about the story. I don't care about how crisp it is. I'm just happy to have experienced a story with good acting and that kind of stuff.
You're not caught up on the drama about James Cameron ruining all of his movies with the 4K Blu-rays.
Dude, there's some like some of them look like really terrible. Like some of the remasters, like why would they have done that?
He's on it. It's him doing it. He does it himself. He's on a mission to make all of his movies look terrible on 4K.
I will say,
it's kind of like when Peter Jackson did The Hobbit in 48 frames per second for some reason.
Just like that. I'm like, man, Terminator 2 has never looked worse. This is awesome.
I will say that the 4K version, like the super high crispy version of the original Ghostbusters, I actually like less than
Yeah.
the less, because when they're like fighting Gozer, you can quite literally see they are on a stage on a painted background. Like it's so clean that it's just like, oh, they're
Yeah.
actually just on a stage.
Yeah,
And
you can
when
see
it's
boom mics and stuff in certain movies.
it just breaks the immersion because it looks too clean and good. And I'm like, oh man,
This is like the first time that I saw Star Wars. Not the first time that I saw Star Wars, but the first time that I saw it like on DVD, and you could see around the TIE fighters the little squares,
right,
Yeah.
where they had like cut it out or whatever, and I was like, "Yep, I can see how they did that now."
yeah, yeah. It's
And
like
then you were
where
really annoyed on Twitter. You're like, "Hey guys, I saw this. I saw your mistake."
This is Bill
and
from the Nerd Nest. Stay
It's
rad.
cool with Halloween 1 because you can see.
Why has everybody got my ass today?
You made
in
it
Halloween
easy.
1, you can see Michael Myers in way more scenes on Blu-rays.
Oh, we're
getting
getting
an
an echo, Russ. You gotta switch your audio over. Fuzzy boots, everybody.
The storm made it spooky.
That's better.
No, he muted. He didn't change microphones. Oh, he is so visibly frustrated.
He's
Everything
got
okay
this
with
like
you?
amazing lighting though. I love it.
This is probably like the one bad day in Hawaii that I've ever witnessed for Russ. It's like Russ is like, ah, man, these storms, I tell you.
Oh, yeah, you got to mute, man. That's awful.
It's like a live weather report from the storm.
Yeah,
Russ is outside.
This is Russ
The
in
wind
Hawaii.
is pelting him.
Yeah, now I need him in the yellow rain jacket.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Like
You got to give him
All
that
right,
mic, though,
let's-
Jimmy.
Let's get back to where we were, which was video games.
So
Because if we go on too many tangents, people are going to yell at us. And
I'll
I
go
don't
back-
feel
I'll go back to your question. So locked
I
in.
don't remember what I asked.
The concept of being locked into the Xbox One
yes.
digital system, I'll say for me, I think everyone should be cautious and should like consider it for themselves. But for me, I don't care. Only because I have gotten rid of all my physical games for the most part, and so the ones that I do have are ones that I just want to have access to play. And so, like, if this is the way to have access to play them, then I want that more than I care about the physical game itself. Also, emulation. And by emulation, of course, I mean, never mind.
Legal emulation.
Like Dante's Inferno. I need my PS3 copy of Dante's Inferno because they never released that on PC.
Yeah.
I guess like Halo 5 would be like a real big one as well. Like there's just games that never came to PC. So there's there's still that thing of like Xbox Helix is like that magical ground. If the hybrid part of it comes along, you can get Steam games on it, but you can also play 360 backwards compatibility and just have this one box that does everything. That's where the sauce is. So if they can figure that whole thing out, that'll be amazing.
You alluded to this basically. If it comes true, perhaps this is only like Xbone and Series supported. You think?
Yes, I don't think it'll be 360 because the 360 did not have this method of making a disc into a coaster,
right?
Where Xbox One and Xbox Series very much had this plan where you would buy the game physically and then put it into your console and then that's it, it's toast. And they flipped the switch for that before it came out, but certainly there's a real possibility of where so the 360 stuff, you'd still be in the digital side for what it's worth. And like what Jimmy had mentioned is like if we were to think about this through the lens of like how PlayStation 5 has the add-on part of it, you could I have like a really busted version of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for 360. It doesn't play at all, but when I put it into a 360, it's like, oh, this is Advanced War. Do you want to play it? And then it downloads the game. And I was just like, sweet.
That's handy.
Yeah, like thank goodness you can at least see that it's the game, and it just they don't care to play off the disc at all. It's just like, oh no, we're just gonna, like on Xbox Series, it's like we're not running off the disc. You're gonna download it, and that is pretty awesome. So, but the disc just needs to be present for it to do its business.
You just
let
need
us
that
know what you
Kevin
guys
Spacey
think in the
story.
comments section down below. I'm